I've been making a lot of videos here on YouTube lately, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna make a video about something that happened to me pretty recently, and it's an effort of me trying to actually communicate my life to other human beings because I've literally shoved it down and kept it in myself, like my secret, for my entire life, and it's silly because I need to talk, and I gotta be honest, fucking Zoom therapy is not the ticket, dude. I can help myself or therapize myself or whatever the heck they call it these days better than paying somebody to talk to. It's real weird. Very strange. Anyway, so today I wanted to talk about um, maybe a little bit of my past and what happened recently with my father. So I have a very narcissistic father, very abusive, very manipulative, very angry man. Honestly, this is what's allowing me to work through this stuff, so to say. So I had cut him off about a little over a year ago, about a year and a month ago, because I realized the rest of my family was a bunch of really personality disordered people. And I kind of knew that, but it's a known fact that like when you're in it, you don't see what it is. It's like a child who grows up in abuse or being put down literally thinks that that's how life is, that's how people are treated, and that's how they will be treated in this world because that's what they were taught. So it's hard to see outside of your family structure when you're not outside of your family structure. So I took it upon myself to leave my family structure after my grandmother had gotten sick, and she was very personality disordered. Definitely have multiple personalities. Um, Super loving, super wonderful. It's hard for me because she was like my savior when I was a kid from my dad and my abuse that was happening at home. And she was like the one who would save me and come and pick me up and take me to her house and cook me good food and play games with me and just spend time with me, do activities. We went to the Michigan Historical Museum when it first fucking opened in, I don't know, like 1991 or some shit like that. Things like, she took us to the Capitol. We went on the first trolley ride in Lansing. When Lansing first got its CATA trolley, we were on that first ride because she was such a prolific member of the community. But what people didn't know, behind closed doors, this woman was severely disordered. And I didn't know it fully until I lived with her as an adult. And I was like, what? And it started clicking that something's going on. This shit ain't right, because my view of the world as an adult versus my view of what was going on behind closed doors was definitely not this. It was like, hold up, this shit ain't lining up. No, like not even in the same planet. Like, yo, fuck, man. So anyway, I understand she was real messed up. She had some issues. These things happen, man. You can't. It's it's not her fault. Yeah, she could have changed shit, but it's not her fault. So anyway, she raised her children to in a very abusive way, and my father was amongst all women, and that's where this story kind of starts. And I've had a realization fairly recently that that man hates women, and I was the firstborn. That the point is that the man did not like me at all whatsoever, and made it known since I was a toddler. He did not like me. Did not like me at all, ever. Anything I said or did, anything good, always hated on, beaten. Um, he's been abused every way possible. Let's just say that. So I cut him off. Fast forward back to when my grandma passed away. I noticed that my entire dad's side of the family were a bunch of money grubbing, narcissistic fools. Literally, after my grandma's money and what they could get, she purposely wrote all her children up outside the will, put her grandchildren in, Probably a narcissistic move. Whatever. They robbed us. My own aunts, uncles, and even my father fucking robbed us of our inheritance. Literally. When we went there and looking. And so after all these events that happened and the way that my cousins had handled it and the way that my aunts had handled it, I just was like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. So my dad was living there and he was rendered homeless. So we got him into a Section 8 senior housing community. My girl Jen, shout out to Jen if she's watching or she ever watches. I fucking love her. She's a dope shit. Anyway, she fucking helped me move him into this place. That's literally the last time I saw my dad. I was like, I literally, and I think I told her that day too, he's the last piece of my puzzle. I've been putting puzzles of my life together. He's the last piece of my puzzle. And I fucking was like, all right. And I made sure he's good. He's safe. He's got a comfortable home. It's cheap rent. I don't worry about him anymore. Cool. I'm going to go focus on myself. And since then, it was August 2019. Since then, my life has gotten nothing but exponentially better, 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 and better. Things have just clicked into place. People have just shown up randomly. I've had the best luck. I've had just amazing experiences. And I literally correlated that. At the same time, I said, bye, Dad. Going no contact. I sent him an email. I let him know what was going on. I let him know I didn't know how long it was going to be. It was going to be at least a year. I was clear. I did what I was supposed to do. I've been in a lot of therapy. I've taken a lot of psychology courses. I watch a fuck ton of YouTube. I got this. Probably could be a licensed clinical therapist at this fucking point, honestly. Phone. I know I gave him my new phone number. I guess when I changed it, it was right about that time I changed my phone number. No, I just gave him my new phone number. It wasn't. I'm confusing that. At any rate, I gave him the dude my phone number, but I blocked him. I let him know what was going on. I'm not dealing with this. I'm not having this. Like, I need to work through this. And he never answered me. And like, I got a new phone. And when I got the new phone, it didn't block the number. So I got this text from this fucking random phone number. I looked it up and I was like, oh shit, this dude's still texting me out of nowhere. Just checking in on you, seeing how you are. Yeah, that's cool. That was kind. I thought, oh, okay, all right. I can respond to that. And I was like, oh, I'm okay. I hope you're doing okay. And I love you. Honestly, I was being a good daughter, which is exactly what he fucking literally beat and psychologically tortured me into doing, is being a good daughter. Not at my health, but at my expense, of course. This is how personality disordered people work. It's only to make themselves feel better. So anyway, that's why he texted me, so he could feel better. Because I've come to the realization that this man has no one and nothing. Because he has literally fucked every relationship he had in his life, including me. I finally just had enough. I was like, I've had enough. I'm done with this. You are fucking disordered. And everybody sees him so like a nice guy. It's the craziest thing in the world. They're like, oh, your dad's so sweet. Oh, haha, he's so cute, so sweet. I'm like, fuck, have you ever seen this dude get mad? He literally comes out of nowhere and turns into this fucking demon monster thing with like fucking glowing eyes and shit and just 30 arms and his fucking like, fuck, man, no. Have you ever heard him fucking talk? He might say it real quietly and sweetly and nicely, but this man is literally telling you shit's your fault and he's responsible for not a damn thing he's done. Whatever. Anyway, I responded to this dude and he's like, hey, can I take you out for dinner for your birthday? And I was like, hold up. In all of my years, this dude has never remembered my fucking birthday. It's always like a week late or November because my brother's birthday is November 20th, mine's September 28th. He's always confused them and said happy birthday to me on my brother's birthday. But he doesn't say happy birthday to my brother on my birthday. He said he did, but I asked my brother, and my brother said, no, he always says happy birthday to me on my birthday. And that was like another clue that my dad just doesn't like me at all because I'm a fucking woman. I got a vagina. I was born with a vagina and not a penis. And he's like, ah, fuck that bitch. Like, he wasn't even in the room long enough to fucking cut the cord. He wasn't even in my fucking delivery room long enough to cut the cord. Fuck this dude. Whatever. Anyway, I said, okay, cool. Wow, I can't believe it. This is amazing. This dude actually remembered my birthday? I'm 39. This motherfucker finally remembered my birthday? Oh, shit. I got excited and I was like, oh my God, maybe he's changed. Because I've grown and changed completely different than I used to be. I said, I gave him the benefit of the doubt. I said, you know what? He's probably grown and changed too. Because if I can do it, you can do it. If you can do it, he can do it. If I can do it, they can. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, so I give it in. I said, yeah, sure, we can go out to dinner. Let me just laugh. Fuck me. That's all I gotta say. This dude hasn't changed a fucking bit. Hard lesson for me, man. Um, so I told him why I was upset. I said, listen, this is what happened. You told me that Rob had sexually assaulted me. It turns out it was Rob and his friend, Jeff. And he acted like, oh, he like, do you know what fake surprise looks like? That man had fake surprise on his face. And anybody that actually knows me knows I can fucking see a fake a mile fucking way. Like, I won't tell you. I'll let you play it out, but I can see you, and I won't be fucking with you. So I was like, all right. And then I like, alluded to like, I know you were there too. And about the when he left me behind at stores, and the one time I got kidnapped and assaulted, and then the fucking times he's left me behind at fucking the hardware stores. And luckily, some fucking nice old lady was some dude's wife was fucking there. Oh, let's call. Do you know your phone number? Fuck no. I'm like 4 and 5 years old. I don't know my phone number. Whatever. Anyway, so I go out to dinner with this dude, and the whole time he's just weird. I don't know how to explain it. If you've ever seen a catatonic schizophrenic, it's like a mix of that and like he remembered to talk every once in a while. Real weird. So I'm like telling him my fucking shit, and I'm like, hey, so I remember stuff now. And he didn't understand or realize that I had no recollection of my childhood because this man had literally psychologically brainwashed me into believing that my childhood was great. Because he would literally say things, excuse me, like, and oh yeah, and you remember when we did this? It was great. It was great fun. And I would respond. I remember responding, being like, oh yeah, cool, yeah. And I would change the subject because I would literally just be like, oh yeah, cool. I have no fucking clue what this dude's talking about at all. None. No recollection. Like I have very like, and I just recently started getting shit back, and I'm like, his body memories, man, this shit's stuck in your body, and wow, that shit was fucked up. So then we get through dinner, which it was good. It was Outback. At least he took me out to Outback, so there's that. Um, love me some salmon from Outback. They got them fucking whip ass sweet potatoes and that baked potato. Ooh. Anyway, it was the best part of the evening. It's fucking Outback. This dude brings me back. It tells me he recently had fucking bed bugs in his house, and he was sitting on my couch, and I was like, are you fucking why what? Then tells me they were steam taken care of, and I was like, I fucking hope so. Told me it had been at least a month, and I was like, all right, cool, I hope so. And I asked him repeatedly if he checked again, and now that it's been a month since he's been here, I'd be checking every fucking day because I'm like paranoid as fuck. I'm good, but still, that was some bullshit. How are you gonna come to my house and sit on my couch, and then after like 2 hours later tell me, oh yeah, by the way, I had this problem a month ago? that. Okay, so then I'm like, all right, cool. I'll talk to him a little bit. He's telling me about how he was baptized Catholic as a child at resurrection by his grandmother, which, by the way, doesn't add up. It's one of those weird, I found out, I did some research on it. Apparently that's like a thing for older, really desperate um, personality disordered people, is to fucking cling on to religion because they know it's something they can connect with other people with, who anybody pretty much, whether it's positive or negative, and then do, you know, how the fucking succubus bullshit that they be doing. Man, that was some bullshit. This dude tried to, oh God, he tried to tell me he was Catholic. He's always been Catholic, and that people were wrong, and that we have to listen to the Bible, but we don't have to listen to the Bible. I was like, did you hear yourself? You just contradicted yourself. So you're telling me I have to listen to the Bible, but you're also telling me I don't have to listen to the Bible. Well, why are you telling me I have to do anything? Isn't that my choice? Nope. I got to do this because he was baptized, you know, when he was a little boy over here at Resurrection, blah, blah, blah. So I got to do this and I got to do that. And I was like, wow, Dad, it's the same fucking story you've been saying for a long ass time. That doesn't fucking add up. Nobody remembers you doing that except for you. You literally took somebody's fucking story and set yourself in that story. Who the fuck does that? So then, the icing on the cake, I'm like, all right, I gotta go because I've literally had enough of this shit. And this dude literally tells me, I have to take a deep breath real quick. I'm sorry. I burst into tears. And the reason why is because I knew at that moment that was exactly what I needed to never speak with him again. And that was the last time I would see him. Unless I see him on the street or in a casket. I gotta be honest, that's fucked up. It hurts a lot. It hurts hard. Because I just wanted to be validated from my experience because it's real. I've asked around. This shit was real. It really fucking happened. All of it. And he literally blamed me and said, I'm sorry you didn't like the way you were raised. Like it was my fault. You abused me in every manner possible and then further abused me psychologically as an adult. Trying to get me to believe it. I needed to do this and that. He literally loves that I'm single and have nobody in my life because he's like that. He would ask me if I was in pain and he'd be like, are you sure? Are you sure? Because he's in pain and he wants somebody to be with him in his fucking pain. The man got me addicted to opioids, drugs. It was my doctor and my father that together got me addicted to fucking Oxycontin and Norcos. And then fucking this dude, when I told my doctor no more, and I detoxed myself, this dude literally showed up with a bag of fucking pills and was like, come on. Like he literally was doing this to me and like creepily putting his arm around me and shit. I was like, who the fuck are you? He just wanted somebody to fucking suffer with him. And he trained me as a child to suffer with him. The man trained me to believe video. Holy shit, 20 minutes. But sometimes these things take time. But I'm hurting bad because as much as I am pretty angry with the things that happened to me as a child, I understand why they happened to me. I still am mourning the fact that I never had a father or a family. And if anybody asks where my mother was, well, she wasn't there. She was gone from the time I was about 3 years old, working constantly, 12 hours a day, sometimes longer. Probably to get away from my dad. Also, my dad was too busy getting high in the fucking garage. Who knows what fucking drugs he was getting into. He was high on heroin the day I was born. So I couldn't be there at my court. He's high. He was pissed off I was a fucking girl. Fuck it. My mom almost died. Where's my dad? Nowhere to fucking be found. This dude literally ruined my fucking shit. And I'm still fucking standing. And if anybody sees me out here on these streets, they're going to be like, damn, that's one happy ass chick. Because no, deep down I am happy. I love my life. I love myself very, very much. That's 100% why I said I'm done with this motherfucker. Because I finally found the love for myself I deserved. Man, now I look back on my shit show of a life. Woof. Turns out I signed up for the narcissistic training program camp here on Earth. Because my life has definitely been one narc after another, after another, after another. I married my father. I almost married a worse version of my father. It was all to show me the different aspects that I needed to learn of narcissism. So I can fucking recognize that shit in a second. Bam, bam, bam. Nah, fuck off. Fuck you, and hopefully teach someone else as well, which I have been doing. And if anybody ever needs help with that shit, I got you. Because I don't know what your head blowing to, but it's probably. Aw, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. That dude, yeah, it blew my mind too. I literally burst into tears and was like, wow, thank you so much. This is exactly what I needed. Never speak to you again. You know what? It was really sad. It broke my heart. Like I could feel my heart just breaking. But at the same time, I also felt like the weight off my shoulders. And it was like I don't know how to explain it, man. It was a weight off my shoulders. All I know is that I'm on this fucking way cooler path now. And I feel way more free than I ever have in my fucking life. I have more abundance, more peace, more opportunities, less bullshit, less lack, less fear, less anger. So I think I'm doing the right thing, and no matter how much it hurts.